This is the Lightweights podcast, and we're taking this time to call out Matt King.
Matt King.
We don't really think that TK is your cousin.
I don't think it's real.
You too?
No, same. I'm like, something's off with this.
Yeah.
Because things just aren't adding up.
They're both from Texas.
Which, I get, but I went to her hometown. I was like, damn, I feel like she was born in Indiana.
That's what I think.
Because why wouldn't she have so much Texas pride?
Why is she always repping the Hoosiers?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Welcome to the Lightweights podcast. Today we have ALISHA Marie.
Thank you so much for having me on again.
I know, returning guest, host of her own podcast, Pretty Basic.
You're such a good interviewer.
YouTube superstar.
Sorry, I laughed.
Over 11 million subscribers on her own personal channels.
Going down every day.
But YouTube?
Yeah, same. Sorry.
Have you seen your total views amongst both channels?
So I remember it was over 1 billion at one point.
Did that go down too?
No, but
Okay.
I privated a whole bunch of videos,
Yeah,
all
so
my
that
early
goes
ones,
down.
and then it removed them all. So it's a little, I might just add them back so I can see the total view count. But yeah, it was over
So
1
you're
billion.
over 1 billion views.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Weird.
That's a lot of people who watched you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you're trying to sweep it under the rug, but I don't know why, because it's probably the coolest thing about you. Featured on an episode of Disney's Bizaardvark.
Oh, yeah. You know?
That's where you recognize her from.
That's where everyone, they're like, that's where I know her from. Disney, Bizaardvark, the cameo.
Yeah, so for the next 45 minutes, let's dive in. How'd you land the gig?
Well, I actually landed it because I did an audition for another show, which I didn't get.
To be the main host or
No,
what?
no. It was just like a love interest thing. It was one of those awesomeness things,
Were you
those
trying
series.
to be on TV?
There was a moment in my career where I was really dabbling in the acting world. I grew up doing theater. I was okay with that. But when it came to actually doing acting, I suck. At auditions specifically, I get in my head. I'm too it's so different from YouTube. I respect it so much. But I was doing this audition and I was like, oh my God, I got this. Totally didn't get it. Did horrible. But the casting director who did the Awesomeness shoot also did the casting for Disney. And she was like, you would be really good for this Disney show. We're doing a lot of cameos, which I took it as, oh my God, that just shows how I'm very theater with my acting. I'm like, oh my God, we should go over here. You know what I mean? Just bad act.
Oh, she's big. She does it big. She overacts.
Yeah, overacts. So that's how I ended up getting the Bizaardvark thing.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, and at the time, I remember I'm sorry.
And was Jake Paul a YouTuber at that point?
Yeah, this was prime him because he was on Bizaardvark still.
Okay, and so you both were YouTubers on the show. Mm-hmm. Did you guys talk to each other about?
We barely talked. We did one interview together, and I remember being like, I don't know what to say, and I was like, so this is cool. Oh my God, yeah, no. Can we restart? I can do so much better.
No. Bizaardvark that was the number one trending. I searched it.
I'm sure you did.
Everyone's trying to find it.
I know, it's, yeah.
Wow.
Well, okay, fun fact with that. It literally didn't come out for 3 years later. And I remember just always asking, when's it going to come out? When's it going to come out? They're like, sorry, it keeps getting pushed. So we got, not 3 years. It came out 2 years later.
The episode itself or the overall show?
Itself. And I kept thinking oh my God, is mine ever going to come out? And it finally did. And I just remember thinking, I look so bad. And then they gave me this shtick that I was doing DIY. So I was like, aloe vera can help anything. Yeah. I was kind of bummed I didn't get an actual aloe vera brand deal after that, though.
Yeah, that sucks.
I really pushed it.
Did you do other commercials?
No.
Other shows?
I did a web series thing. Guidance.
Okay.
I did that.
Did you enjoy doing that?
No. I hated it. I hated it. I hated the being on set because my social anxiety, I absolutely was just in my own little thing. I was like, this is so uncomfortable. I don't like this. I don't like this. And I can see the type of people who thrive in that setting, who like being on set and they're just having
Remy.
small talk. Remy? No. Not
No?
her either. But, oh my God. So this is tea. Tonight at midnight,
Okay.
we did a cameo in a show, but we can't promote it because of SAG. Oh, no. So
it is on.
So it's on tonight at midnight.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm sad that I can't promote it more so because I was in like the most hideous outfit, so I can't defend myself.
Oh, so people just have to take it like, oh,
There's
Alicia
like,
crushed
wow,
it.
why did she wear that? And in reality, I literally was like, what the fuck am I wearing? Like, this is so ugly. It was so bad at one point on the second day, because it was a 2-day shoot. On the second day, all the cast is like around, and Ricky Thompson was on it too, all decked out wearing Rick Owens. Looks so sick, right? And the cast is talking amongst themselves, and they're like, oh yeah, it's actually really cool. Like, costume here really let you kind of wear more up-to-date trends and stuff. They're pretty chill. I was walking and I'm like in the corner and I hear that and I turn around and I just go, they all stop, look at me and start busting up laughing because I was like, I know you all have thought this the whole past day and this day like too. So, I don't know what happened. I think they just got really excited for me to be like a fashionista or something.
Yeah.
They're like, you would wear this. I had to talk them out of letting me wear bedazzled Timberlands because I was like, I just would never wear this. And we were doing cameos, so it's like I'm supposed to look like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I did not look like this.
Speaking of looking like this, you recently went viral from looking like this. Took the entire nation by storm.
No, when I tell you I've never been more humbled in my life than being in the Turkey airport and TSA barely letting me on my flight back home to the States because they said I don't look like my passport.
Yeah, break it down for me. You took your passport photo how many years ago?
No, this was like last year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, okay, there's wow, I literally had an Alani Nu and I'm stuttering over every fucking word. So sorry. So, there's this trend. I don't know if it's on your For You page. Probably not. Probably Caitlin's, though, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like the passport challenge. You want to look good in your driver's license. You want to look good in your passport. So this one girl went viral because she did a tutorial and looked so good in her photo. So everyone started doing this tutorial. Everyone started really like showing their tutorial for get ready with me for passports and stuff.
Just speaking on how different our For You pages are, Todd posted a photo of his driver's license recently and like out of nowhere got 250,000 likes. And he too was confused. And then Caitlin chimes in and says that it's a trend.
Yes.
And he's like, oh. And then I was like, oh. And
I should do it.
Yeah. So now it makes sense. So this is a trend that is very popular right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's fun seeing what people's driver's license look like or like passports and stuff. But I learned the hard way that this is the worst thing you could ever do because in reality, anytime I'm traveling, especially internationally, I'm not full glam. I look like shit. Like I literally look like a toe. Like my hair's up. I have no makeup on. My hair's
like
probably no, literally. So just my bangs back. Like it's bad. It's so bad. So then in that moment, he asked for my passport. I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be good.
Were you filming?
No, I wasn't filming, but I had already traveled to Tokyo earlier this year. I've used my passport a lot this year. I've never had an issue. And the second I hand it to him, he's like taking his time and like looking at me, puts it up to my face, looking at me, starts comparing, and then goes, do you have another form of identification? I didn't because my driver's license was expired, which I still should have brought that with me, but I was like, it's expired. Why would I bring it? So I didn't have another form of identification, but I had my medication, like my pill, so it had my name on it. And I know in the States you can do that to if you miss a flight. I've done that before. So I was like, no, but I have this. And he looked at me like I was crazy. Then he's like, yeah, you really don't look like you here. And I was like, come at me. Oh my God. My friend is in the other line and she yells across. So the whole room here, she's like, she can put on makeup if you want her to. And I was like, oh my God, I promise it's me. Like I wasn't worried about I was worried. I was like, ugh, if I get pulled into another room, I don't want my friends to have to miss their flight. Cause I know they'd stay with me, but we're in this we're on a layover. We're not even at our destination. We're trying to get home. So when we landed in LA, I filmed the bit that I put on my TikTok and I thought for sure it would get just a few laughs.
But they eventually let you through.
Yes, they eventually did let me through and he kind of laughed. And I was like, thank God. Because what would I do if I was stuck in this airport? And I was like, I can bring up my famous birthdays. Like that does nothing. I was like, here's my YouTube channel. Like that's so embarrassing. I've only done that once to get into a bar being like, this is me, I swear, because I didn't have my ID. But, barely make it on the flight, but I made it. When I land in LA, I'm like, I need to film this. I put a little clip on my TikTok, not expecting it to go viral. It goes viral. But what was funnier was, when you do something embarrassing, but you're like, this is funny. And then other people are like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, the amount of DMs, text messages, or people in person being like, oh my God, it was so funny. And I'm like, I mean, I knew it was funny, but was it that funny? I was like, damn, okay, like, shit. I didn't know it was like that. They're like, yeah, I could never post that. I was like, oh, shit. Let me just,
I saw the news picked it up. And I thought that you did like a Fiverr thing where you made the story get even bigger. I'm like, Alicia's killing it, man. She's really running with this story. No. And I told Caitlin, she's like, no, that's real. I'm like, what?
No, when I tell you, Daily Mail, like my favorite was I found out because fans were like, yeah, my news just showed it and like sent me a commercial. And they were like, did you get sorry. My favorite was fans. Fuck my life. My favorite were fans. You're just going to leave all this in, huh?
You and Caffeine are so fun together.
Me and Caffeine. Oh, my God. I know. I haven't eaten. That's probably why. Which I don't know why I didn't. Fuck. Okay. Whew, we got this.
Do you want a banana or something?
No. I'm good.
Okay. I don't have any bananas, but I'm just going to give you, like, crackers or something.
No. I'm not going to, like, faint.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah. Apparently, I'm really ugly without makeup on. But it's okay. And I knew I looked different. I just never considered myself a catfish.
Wait. So you were saying your favorite was when newscasters were picking it up?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah. So my favorite part out of the entire thing was I didn't even know it was getting picked up much because I didn't see anything on my end. But then I had fans DMing me literal news segments, them watching their TV, like cable TV. And they're like, oh my God, you're on this. And I'm like, what is going on?
That's the worst when they're like, a woman was turned down in the Turkish airport.
Not a girl, not a woman.
A woman. You're at the point, a woman. Not even like a young lady.
Not even ALISHA Marie, YouTube. A woman.
A woman was turned down for having a passport.
I even had this thought literally yesterday. I was like, wow, there's been a time where I'm walking around, maybe shopping, whatever. I'm out and about, and some kid probably was like, Mom, that woman, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is this 30?
Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah.
That's my new.
30.
30.
Single?
Single.
What's the dating like here in LA?
It's interesting. I feel like, I was seeing this guy for a little bit.
Secretly?
Yeah, not like publicly or anything.
How long until you speak with somebody before you introduce your YouTube audience to them?
So this one was through a mutual friend, so he knew what I did, which I prefer that because then I feel like I act more weird on dates where they don't know because I can't talk about myself. It's so hard to talk about me without talking about, they're like, why'd you move here? And I'm like, quiet. They're like, what do you do for work? I'm like, marketing. Like, I don't know what to say. And I think that's really hard. So the few dates that I've been on, and then I just feel weird. One time I was on a date and this guy didn't know what I did. And he's like, oh, like, what kind of car do you drive? And I was like, Aston Martin. I was like, Aston Martin. I was like, this is awkward. Like, now it's more awkward. So I kind of like when people know what I do. Yeah.
So do you think it's just harder for you in your position to try and find somebody?
Yeah, I think it's just hard. Okay, I've learned that, like, I am an avoidant type and an anxious type. Have you heard of those?
No.
Oh my God. Anxious attachment theory, avoidant attachment theory. You guys, I'm sure y'all are secure. You're fucking engaged. But me, on the other hand, like, it's like, why do I want what I can't have? The universe finally gives me a good guy. Smart, hot, rich, funny, nice, like a nice guy. I ran, I sprinted.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's like childhood trauma or something, and I need to talk to my therapist, but she's on maternity leave right now, so I need to figure that out. But I was like, damn, Alicia, what is wrong with you?
Could you see yourself in a future with him?
I think maybe I could have for a moment, and then that's what freaked me out, and I was like, avoidant, run, peace out.
Do you not want to take the next step with somebody?
No, it's just like it's been so long. I'm not like a big dater. I don't date often. Like,
do you hook up with people?
Here's the thing. I go through waves, but no, overall, like, no.
Your hoe era.
No, I'm really never in my hoe era. I'm a relationship type girly without being in relationships.
Oh, okay.
So then I'm just we're just, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Would you want to be in a relationship with someone?
Yeah, but like, it's hot in here.
Do you want kids?
Oh my God, yeah.
Do you want a family?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What role do you want in that family?
What do you mean?
Like, do you want to be the mother? Do you want to be there for every step of their childhood? Do you want to still be working and maybe have a nanny?
Good question. I mean, I definitely have always pictured being involved, like having, like with my kids. I only can see me having like 2 though. I don't want any more than that.
2 sets of twins. So
if
4.
I had twins, I'd be like,
peace.
We're done. We are done.
You are snipping or I?
No, him. Yep. It's easier.
With
He's like, don't tell Caitlin that.
I know. No, she yeah. Anyways, the back catalog of your YouTube videos, are they still making money? Because you've been making YouTube videos for 10, 11, 12 years?
15.
15 years.
I mean, they didn't take off for the first few years, so. But
No.
I still count 15.
But still, those still get pushed in the algorithm.
Yeah, I did. I privated like pretty much all of my old ones because I was embarrassed and I just wanted a fresh start, and that's so my personality. I was like, fresh start. I don't care about the money. Boom.
Did you do that after you found success, or did you do that and
after I found success? I did this literally like in 2018 or 19.
So people found you. You were like, I don't want you to know this side of me, and then you privated.
That was past my peak. Like they earned all their money, but I was really trying to rebrand and grow up my channel just like with me and stuff.
Yeah.
So I distinctly remember, like it was so funny. I just overthought everything I was posting on that channel, and the thought of having a fresh channel, I was like, why would I be able to post everything there? But I don't want to do that. I don't want to start a whole new channel. So I was like, clearly it's a mental thing. Let me just erase these videos. It's for me. Like, let me just pretend they're not there. And then also it was hard because I even had YouTube. We had this meeting with YouTube. They're doing a deep dive of my channel, right? This was a few years ago. And obviously they're so PR. They're never going to tell you what to actually do. You know what I mean? Because they're like, well, you can't say we told you to do this. But I have a meeting with them and they're like, yeah, it's really interesting. Your videos that are driving the most subscribers are my old videos. And those are the videos that I was like, but I don't do back to school stuff anymore. I don't do kids content. Like I don't do any of that stuff. I just uploaded a truth or drink. Like I want new subscribers who are watching this stuff. So YouTube literally goes, I mean, we're not going to tell you to private your old videos, but that would be an interesting thought. And I was like, so you're telling me to private my old videos? And they were like, no, we're not telling you to do that. And I was like, well, blink once, blink twice. Like, you're telling me to do this? And that's kind of all I needed because I was like, I am trying to outgrow this old not persona, but like
style of content
that I had and reintroduce people to me just being older and more about who I am versus I felt like that was more of a character. So I ended up privating them all and everyone was like, why are they gone? And I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's so daring and that's so brave and that's so smart. Because I feel like I've wanted to make new stuff, but I fear that it will tank on my main channel. And I don't want to make a new channel and try and drive people over there. But like privating the old stuff and then posting on there is so interesting.
It was just for a mental thing. But also I think I learned like sprinkling it in because the problem with YouTubers is, at least people like me, is we're 0 or 100. It's like, okay, now this is my whole new brand and I'm only going to be posting this and XYZ, and if it works then we're happy with it, but if it doesn't then we go back to what we were doing before.
Right.
And I feel like if I could go back, instead of only doing videos that I knew would hit, if I just sprinkled in every now and then like a different video so that way people can see me slowly grow versus just an abrupt overnight new banner, new profile photo, like hair change, everything's just completely different, because then everyone loses trust with you and they're like, where's this person who I thought I knew? It's almost like a relationship. It's like you broke trust with them a little bit because they now are thinking, who are you? I don't know you anymore, when I've supported you for 8 years, you know?
Yeah, because I've really wanted to do, me and Caitlin, like family channel type stuff, couple stuff, like specifically those type of videos, but I didn't know how to just throw it in there. So I wanted to start sprinkling it in with my vlog, which
oh my god, totally.
I just started yesterday.
Even like, it doesn't mean you have to have both of you in every single thumbnail and the titles like hashtag, what's y'all's ship name?
Jaitlin.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be so in your face.
Yeah.
It could be your normal vlog, but then a segment of it is like her in there and you know, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sprinkle.
Can you tell me about your passion for fishing?
Did Matt tell you that?
Can you tell me about how you used to practice casting in the backyard when you didn't have a pool? Oh, fuck.
Damn. Wait, it just stopped. It just stopped.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Oh, god damn it.
Like. Okay, got it out.
Yeah, so like you used to fish.
So, okay. my entire life, I've been
a fisherman.
A fisherman. I've learned I have ADHD, which makes recently diagnosed. Okay, that's actually life changing to know, and it makes sense because now as a kid oh my god, redo. Okay.
Do you want me to make these cuts or can I leave them in?
No, you can leave them in, but I sound so annoying. And
No, not at all.
Oh my god, no, I do.
No, it's really fun. It's like I get to see it in real time.
This is an unedited vlog. This is why I could never post an unedited vlog. People would be like, Alicia, everything we know is a lie. Like, yeah, basically.
You don't have it together.
Never. Ever. Okay, so I've learned I have ADHD, and it makes sense because when I look at my childhood, I had so many phases, and every kid has phases, okay? I had a lot of phases. We had a magician phase, and
Shut up. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You were a magician.
Well, was I? I don't know. I would say yes, you know.
Would your sister say yes? Because I assume she was your audience.
Yes. Her and the dog.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, grab my thumb. And she'd be like, what? And I'd be like, and then the thing would come out. You know what I mean?
Did she enjoy it?
Oh, she no, not at all. I would say, I had a spy phase. That was my longest phase.
I wish you were kidding, but I know you're not.
No, dead ass. Like I was just such a tomboy growing up. But I seriously, and I would go in every single one.
It's just because these phases aren't like normal phases. It's not like you got into soccer or you wanted to start playing drums. Like you're a spy. You want to be a fisherman.
I would set up. I bought do you remember spy gear?
Probably.
Oh my god. Well, I would save up all my allowance. I would beg my mom to do chores around the house so I could get extra money.
How much allowance did you get?
Oh, it was like $5 a week. Like it was very low, but I had to do all my chores. And then if I wanted to wash the car or do baseboards or like anything like that, cleaning wise, she'd give me extra money. So my little entrepreneur self was like, oh my God, yeah. So I would do chores all the time so I could get money. And I'd save up this money so I could go to Target or Toys R Us and get spy gear. They sold it there. It was amazing. There was one that was like this remote control car that had like a claw and it would like grab things, right? Then I had like motion sensors. So if someone walked past one, it would like alert you and it'd be like, whoa, someone. No, I mean,
did you dress up as the part two?
Duh.
I hope so. I hope you have like this bow tie and you have a tux.
So I had this like briefcase that I'd put all my spy stuff in. And then I remember I would love to watch like Mission Impossible or like any spy type movie and then or have this like safe, and I was seriously like all in. So fishing was also a phase. And I don't know if you know, growing up in Moreno Valley, there's no lakes.
It's desert.
Right. There is one man-made lake called
No Fish Lake.
No Fish Lake. Lake Paris. Okay, Lake Paris. Perris, not Paris. Inland Empire baddies are like, we get it. It's like not. I think it's nice now. There was a moment where they wouldn't let you swim because they're like, it's too toxic.
Oh my God.
No, it's so bad.
Oh my God. There's one movie, I think it's like RV Trip, where they go into the lake, but there's like, that's where they put all the shit.
No, literal shit. Yeah. Anyway, so I would beg. So my dad's family is in Illinois and they have a lake house. So we used to visit like maybe every few years or something. And I remember being obsessed with fishing there and I was so excited. I loved it. I had no problem taking off the fish or whatever. But they had to be baby ones, you know what I mean? So usually there were the adults there and I'd be like, Dad, take the fish off.
Did you put the worm on?
Oh yeah, I could do the bait, but like when it came to like big fish, I'd be like, oh, I can't. I'd be like, ah. So I just loved fishing. I loved it so much. So then when we come home, we don't have a lake. And we had one lake, but I was like, Mom, will you please take me to Lake Paris? I want to go fishing so bad. Obsessive personality, right? Like, please. I had a tackle box. Okay. So they bought us fishing poles and tackle box in case we went up to like Big Bear or something like that, but we hardly ever did. But I would have my makeup. Sorry, we're getting there. So I had my tackle box and I would also save up my money so I could go buy bait, like the little like colorful ones and stuff, and just like put it in my tackle box and I'd open it and look at it. And, like,
how old were you? Like 18?
Oh my God, basically. Minus 10 years. Probably like 7 or 8.
Okay.
6 or 7. Maybe 7. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm so annoying in this episode. I'm so sorry. I can't wait to watch it. So I've been begging my mom. I'm like, please take me to Lake Paris and go fishing. She's like, no, honey, sorry, da-da-da-da. Like, no. And it's funny because now looking back, it's so much I used to think she just was being mean, like, no, you can't. And now looking back, I'm like, she would never take a fish off. Like, she's like, no, there's no way I can do this. We're not going. So instead, her brilliant idea was, hey, why don't you just take your fishing pole and just with a weight, go out in the backyard and cast it. I would sit out there for hours.
Were you trying to catch something?
No, I was just like, I just like casting. Like when people, I'm not kidding, when people are like, wow, Alicia, you're so cool now. I'm like, no, I'm such a nerd. Like, I'm actually, like, just picture me. Boom. Yes. Okay. And what makes it even better is picture my neighbors, because maybe the month before I was a spy in the backyard. You know what I mean? Or the month before that, I was like doing cartwheels and being a gymnast. Like now I'm like, they're like, what is this girl doing
that
now?
ALISHA Marie in the backyard again.
Destined for success, obviously.
Your creativity was flowing back then.
Yeah. Oh my God. Also in my spy stage, I made this. I really wanted this expensive door lock that would go over your bedroom door.
I feel like I wanted that too.
That was like that was like a bigger thing, right?
Yeah, that was like a cool thing, so no one can get in
Yeah,
your
you had to
room.
have a code, and then it would open. You could open it.
Yes.
Well, my mom was like, "No, honey, that's too expensive. Like, why don't you make one?" So I was like, "Okay." So I had this like cardboard box with like a little padlock thing on it. Again, I'm probably like 10 at this point, right? And then I had a shoelace that would go over, and I'd be like, "Ashley, come try to get into my room." And she'd be like, she just took off the box and opened it, and I was like, "No, that's not how you're supposed to do it." Like, I was so sad.
Did your sister do these things with you, or was it always solely you?
It was just me. I did have a best friend growing up, and him and I were in our spy era together. He also liked fishing, my skateboard era. Yeah, him and I we did all the like the spy stuff and whatever.
Any other eras we should know about?
I wrote them all on my phone actually, because I was like,
Oh, this is sick.
I might have covered them all, but let's see.
I always liked archery, but I never like got one.
Our school was so into art. There was an archery club.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, but I only did it once, and I remember liking it, but I'm not. It was really like, it was like a nerdy group of like kids who did it. And
Yeah.
like I remember being like, I can't, I don't want to do it, but I loved it when we actually did it for PE one time.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that I judged them when I shouldn't have, because you know what? They were having a blast while I was running a mile, you know? I'm the one who fucked up on that one. I have a note called Alicia, don't forget.
What other passions did you have?
I had a marble phase.
Marble? Those are big.
No, yeah.
Yeah. I remember finding those on TikTok.
You never like had marbles?
Not like where I based my personality around it.
Oh, I would collect them. I would spend all my money on them again.
Pogs?
Pogs?
How old are you? 21?
21.
Tamagotchis? Digimon?
Tamagotchis.
Baseball cards?
No. Pokemon?
Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Charizard?
Charizard?
Yeah, did you have a Charizard?
Honestly, I think I had like 6.
Shut up.
My mom was like, this one's too expensive. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, she let me play Pokemon when a lot of like Christian families were like, that's witchcraft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised I was allowed to play that.
You recently just moved out on your own?
No, Ashley moved out, so now I'm living on my own.
Sorry, you're living on your own.
Yeah, but I'm in the same spot.
How do you like living on your own? No roommates.
I love it.
Really?
I thought I would hate it. Everyone always was like, Alicia, we're going to worry about you because we can't picture you living by yourself. Are you going to be okay? And weirdly enough, I feel like I've been thriving and Ashley struggled more with the adjustment, which I will say she moved to a whole new place where I'm like still in the same spot that I've been in for years. But I think it's the ADHD. I think I'm like out of sight, out of mind with everything.
Right. Peace.
Yeah.
I don't have a sister anymore.
I'm just like it still doesn't feel like I live by myself.
What do you do with all those extra rooms?
I just rearranged them. So I have a music room.
For you
That's
to make
new.
music?
Just to put the drums.
Do you want to buy another drum set?
That's why I was like, oh my God, what are you doing with that? And then I have a guest room.
Make it a drum room.
Well, that's like,
The music room. Just make it like a bunch of drum sets.
just like 2 sets.
Yeah.
My mom would love
You guys
that.
can go back and forth.
Yeah, I actually, so growing up, I obviously my mom's a music teacher, so she always made us do music lessons, whether it was guitar or drums, and I always hated when she gave me lessons because I just didn't like her telling me what to do or if
Your
I
mom?
messed up. Yeah, it's my mom, you know? And
Isn't it crazy to think that Chris Evans has a kid and his kid thinks Chris Evans is not a cool guy?
Yes, he's like, I don't want to do acting classes, Dad. And he's like, no, but you're going to love it, son. Yeah.
Dad, you're just in Marvel. No one
Yeah.
cares.
Yes. Anyway, so long story short, now when she comes over, I'm like, Mom, will you give me a drum lesson? Like, that'd be so cool. So I've gotten better.
But overall, you do like living on your own.
Oh, yeah. I do like living on my own. All the rooms are getting a little makeover, you know.
YouTubing it?
Oh, duh.
Obviously.
I got to pay for it somehow. Yeah. Although AdSense has been a little low. And then I put up this office video and I looked at the revenue and I was like, oh, that barely covered the rug. So maybe we should get cheaper furniture, Alicia.
What do you think the biggest difference is now that you don't have a roommate?
Oh my God, I don't care if the house is messy. I used to get yelled at. I should be like, do the dishes, da 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 da. And now I'm like,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I mean, I'll do them when I want to, but I don't know.
And do you have all the dogs with you?
No, so she took Chloe.
And then who do you have?
I have Rosie.
Rosie, okay. Does she come over a lot still?
Oh my God, yeah. I also watch Chloe a lot. Aww. I know. Little hoe.
Any other new hobbies?
I've been painting lately.
I heard.
Oh my God. I've been loving it. I realized I need hobbies. Like, I need a hobby, especially because, I mean, you know, when you do this, it's your hobby, but then it's your job. And I'm like, I need
something for you to focus on for fun.
Yeah. And I've been liking it a lot. And am I good? I don't know. Maybe. I might sell that shit.
Are you doing classes?
No, I should. Because I just did a resin thing and I totally fucked up. I was going to ask Lord DIY, you know, for advice, but I'm too impatient. I totally ruined my dining table because I put the resin on it and I was like, it's fine. It won't it got everywhere.
Oh, no.
I know. But that's, again, my personality. It's just like, I'm just, you know.
What's your favorite style of painting?
I don't know.
Abstract.
Abstract. I did this like cement thing that was kind of cool.
Have you always had a passion in art?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
When you went to Italy, did you go to all the museums? No. Do you like those style of paintings?
Oh, I do. I feel like I just regret when I was younger not taking more art classes. In our school was like had such a good art program and I really regret not doing it.
Have you been to the Getty?
No, I actually haven't.
The one over by Santa Monica is actually really cool.
No, I've heard amazing things. That's something on the list that I always recommend people to do when they come. But I'm like, yeah, I've never done it, but like you should do it.
You should go. Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah.
You should go though, for real.
No, I would honestly. I feel like I really like that.
What are your thoughts on eating ass?
Oh.
Someone said you have a story time for me.
Who sent you that one?
I don't know.
Ashley?
Maybe.
I'm like, are you in my DMs? How do you know that one?
Well, she said ask about painting, and then she said ask about eating ass.
Oh my God. So I'm on a dating app, right?
What's it called?
It's the like prestigious stupid celebrity one.
Yeah.
It's that one.
Okay.
That's so over.
Is this one of the Q&As that you have to answer when you sign up?
What?
Eating
ass.
Eating.
I'm like, that's my prompt. No, so this guy, I matched with this guy, so hot, right? I'm like, oh my God, shit. But also I will say.
Celebrity?
No. But I knew it wouldn't go anywhere, but I was like, oh my God, he's cute.
Yeah.
His first question.
Shut up.
Let me bring it up.
I. So this brings us back to modern day dating.
This full circle. He goes, Q. That's the first one.
That's his pickup line to you?
Or question, like Q.
Wait, Q or cute?
Q.
C-U-E?
The letter Q. Just the Q.
Question.
Oh,
bare minimum.
Q. Bare minimum.
Okay. We're like, maybe he doesn't even want to message you at this point, but.
Q. New line. Are we pro ass eating? New line. Yay or nay?
Shut up.
I was like, and this is why I hate dating apps.
Did you respond?
Yeah. No, I asked my
We hung out that night.
So I literally, I'm like, oh my God, I fucking hate men. I hate dating apps. Like, this is why this app sucks.
Can we do a quick app takeover? Can I see who's in there?
Oh my God, yeah, but there's really, do you want to like scroll or do you want to?
Yeah, I just want to scroll. I want to see what the talent is that's matching with you.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, is this your matches?
Those are, no, those, oh my God, you want to see the matches?
Yeah, that's
I feel like
what we want.
We should go to Hinge because I feel like that's easier to see it.
Okay.
Ugh, some of them I'm like.
Do you ever match with celebrities?
I don't feel like I've matched with like, also I don't count like.
Matching and not talking?
Yeah, like I've never like, I don't know.
Have you been on a date with any big celebrity?
No.
Is this your matches?
Those are guys who liked me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
They send you. You get roses a lot.
Okay, but look at them.
I mean, yeah.
They're all exes.
But this guy, cool sunglasses.
Not exes. Yeah. Oh my God, love the sunglasses. Just leave them on all the time. It's rough.
Jonathan looks cool.
Hey, we can message him.
Wow, look at Jordan. Someone likes their physique. Jeff has a picture with his dog. Yeah, I guess dating apps are different. They're hard. You got to go on Instagram, man.
Yeah, you have. Okay, but no. It's so different when you're a guy in LA going on Instagram to find someone versus being a girl. Because I know so many of my friends are fucking 10s. They're hot, they're cute, they're talented, beautiful, whatever, right?
Okay.
But so the pool for like a single guy in LA, endless.
Lots of chicks.
Lots of chicks.
Lots of Facetune. Let's kill it.
What's that like?
What?
When you're like, okay, so is this Facetune?
Back when I would look, I've only met one person from the internet.
Catfished?
So bad. I thank God all we did was like that one was just to walk around. Like I was in the area where she lived.
Oh.
And we just walked around. So like my get out, I always went into it. I'm engaged now.
Yeah.
I went into it with like a backup plan to escape.
Okay. You have to.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck there and then you like have to try and think of an excuse.
No, I've been there and that made my anxiety go through the roof. I was like, fuck, what do I use as an excuse? Da 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 da.
Yeah, because if it's bad, you don't want to like, one, you don't want to make him feel bad.
Yeah.
And like two, you don't want to like spend the entire night there and then awkwardly just have a bad encounter.
Yeah.
Even with Caitlin, because I didn't know, we met through the internet. And at the time I was editing something, I was like, I got to go after dinner. And she was like, okay, like, let's just meet. And then we had such a good time, I stayed.
Yeah. No, that's always the case. It's like, oh, wait, oh yeah, it got canceled. Yeah, I'm free now.
Yeah, it's just like,
best.
It was really funny. We were in her kitchen and her friend were taking shots because they were going to hide. And
you're like, I want to come.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. I'll stay. So then I start taking shots with her. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, taking shots. She's like, before you drive home? I'm like, no, I'm going to hide with you. She's like, oh, I thought you were going to drink and drive. I'm like, no.
Honestly, love that she called you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Respect.
But anyways, this one girl did not look like her photos. We were just walking around the neighborhood. And I think we did one loop around her block and then I left.
What'd you say?
I just said I had to go real quick. And for some reason, maybe I didn't look like my photos either because she did not be bummed when I left.
She's like, okay, bye.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will say I feel like being a girl getting catfished from a guy is different because I mean, they're just good photos of them or it's them when they were like 10 years younger.
Isn't that weird to use a photo of yourself for 10 years younger?
It's so weird. It's very common. Oh my God. It's so common. That happened to my friend one time. This guy, like, he's going on a date. He's gay for the preference. Preface. For his preferences, men. Gets so catfish because this guy was like 10 years older, like just looked completely different. He clearly used like a hot photo of him from like 17 years when he was younger. Like so bad.
Like what do they say?
But that's the equivalent, I think, to girls using like a shit ton of Facetune.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't use a photo if I was on there from like 4 years ago.
Oh my God, right?
I
changed my hair and I'm like, I have to update it.
I can't be blonde anymore.
No, I did that the other day. I was like, I have red hair now. I guess like I should make them know I'm not a catfish,
Have you taken any photos specifically for your dating apps?
Oh, I did a whole video. I was like taking photos for my dating apps.
Full bloom photo shoot?
Yes, but casual. Like my friends took it was on the phone. Also, the apps are so different because you need to look fun. You need to look like you have friends, but not like you're trying too hard. And especially a few years ago, I only had like Insta baddie photos. I was like, or like Getty ones. I was like, I didn't have any just like cute.
You on the red carpet everywhere?
No. I'm like, I can't do that. Ew, print it myself.
I used to be so good at dating apps. I would help my friends take the photos. So we would just go around for the night, like at the bowling alley, at the ice cream place. Yeah. And like, bring different outfits so it looks like a different day.
Literally, that's how I used to go about my whole Instagram.
That's so funny.
Oh my! What's a tip you have for someone taking a dating? For me, like, what's a tip you have
for a female hopping on a dating app? You exactly what you said. You want A variety of photos in different environments of like the fun.
Thank God I got it.
Show that you have friends. Do not put your friend in your first photo because the last thing a guy wants to see is like, which one is this?
I get that. There's guys I'm like, I don't know which one you are. And then at one point it'll be two guys. I'm like, well, both of you are hot, so I'll hit yes. But I don't know which one you are.
It's the guy behind them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one last thing that I wanted to ask.
Oh no.
You've done so much as far as creating your channels, podcasts, sponsorships, meet and greets, your tours. What has been the most lucrative financially for you?
Oh. Not Parallel Apparel, so we can take that one off.
Was that a big L?
Big L. Big L.
Fun to do though?
It was a W in the sense of the demand was there. Clothing brand for those who don't know.
Yeah, you started your own clothing line called Parallel Apparel.
And it
was self-funded.
Self-funded, first L. Second one was just manufacturing in LA is the absolute worst fucking thing to do.
It's so weird because I feel like a lot of companies start here because they can go to downtown LA and shop all that.
And there's only like 4 or 5 manufacturers that everyone uses. So it's just so expensive. It's like it's not realistic to like do it. Or
is that those billboards that we see when we're driving around? It's like a girl half naked. And it's like something apparel.
Pretty damn much, yeah.
That's where they get the clothes.
It's just so. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Honestly, it's just so expensive, and we learned that most of the brands that say they're made in LA will just ship things internationally and then like sew things together.
What do you mean?
Like they'll say it's made in LA, which it technically is because they'll like put their own label on it or something. But the more that we got into the LA manufacturing world, the more I didn't like it. So I was like, okay, we need a break. Also, I'm personally not making any money. I'm still in the red from it. So I was just like, I know what it takes for this to be successful. The demand's there. The fans loved it. Like we would sell out of things so quick, but we couldn't keep the site going. Or we just couldn't keep the stuff like replenished and everything. So overall, we ended up shutting it down. So no one get in the clothing industry. It sucks.
How does someone break out in it then?
You have to have investors, and you have to have someone who knows what they're doing. Like you have to have like, especially if you're an influencer. I feel like if I had that as my full-time job, it could work. But one, I'm not like a bulldog in those situations where I'm going to go in and like demand something to be lower. Like it's all negotiating. It's all like catty, and I absolutely can't do that.
And you didn't want necessarily merch. You were looking for your own clothing line.
Yeah. So that's something definitely learned. But most lucrative, I mean, honestly, YouTube for me. I feel like meet and greets are cool, but they have to be sponsored for it to really, be super, super lucrative. The podcast by itself, I would say, has been the most lucrative for sure.
Yeah.
We're signing a really big contract that I'm excited for.
You guys are sponsored by Macy's now?
Yeah.
That's sick.
They're awesome.
That's so cool.
They're awesome. We've worked with them for a few years. And clearly it's working for them. So that makes us happy.
That's really
That's
cool.
like our demo. Like that is our demo.
Macy's.
Macy's.
That's sick. You've been around YouTube for a while.
Yeah. Adpocalypse
era.
Oh.
Quick breakdown for anyone that doesn't know. 2016, 2017, YouTube put a lot of restrictions on their monetization for the YouTube ads. And a lot of creators got their funds cut from like, just say $100. They got cut down to like $5. Were you affected by this?
No, I was not.
Woo!
That's how I got my house.
Really?
I don't know why. I feel like the lifestyle girlies weren't really affected by it the way other people were. But I will say.
Because you never cursed in your stuff.
Then no, oh my God, not at all. Now I do, but now it's past that, and they've figured out that like the tiers to it. But I remember that year, right after it happened, they had a YouTube summit. Which were you ever at one?
No. So
at YouTube Summit, they have a whole bunch of different activations for us to do. We can meet other creators. There's usually guest speakers. One year it was like Kris Jenner.
Biggest YouTuber I know.
Biggest YouTuber. Yeah, love her. Every single year, which they don't invite me anymore. It's probably because I say this stuff, but I don't even know if they do it anymore, honestly.
I don't think they do. I know Snapchat just had a summit. Did you go to that?
No.
I was very upset.
I want that deal.
You're still not on it?
No.
I'm
on a wait list.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I
weird.
know. I have 1 million followers. Well, actually, it went down when I started posting for the first time in 5 years. They're like, "Who is this?" So
I'll talk to my person.
oh my God, please. Every single year when they had them, there was always one part of the summit where they have an open Q&A for people from the audience to ask, like Susan.
Oh, good
who
God!
at
Why
the
would they
time
subject
was
themselves to
the,
that?
Every other year it was great. This year, oh my God.
Did you pop a Q?
No, but I wanted to so bad. But I could never. I'm that person who's like heated, but I'm like, I can't. I can't.
I'm so mad, but I'm gonna internalize it.
You have all the biggest people are in this room, right? And it finally gets to the open question time, and Susan had just said, like, right now, congrats guys, like all we see are green up arrows, everything's going great, like it was just very PR of like, good job, like we're doing great. But all the creators are sitting here being like, yeah, for you everything's up, but for us everything's tanked. So you have people like Casey Neistat. There was this one guy, I forget his handle. I don't know if he does stuff anymore, but he stood
Music
up.
videos?
No, he did. I think it was like food. I forget. But he gets up and starts like going off, being like
with the mic or
with
no mic?
the mic.
Okay.
When I tell you, I wish I had popcorn. I was like going back and forth. He gets up. Oh my God, this was so long ago. I wish I remembered who everyone was. Like 6 top creators get up and they're just like going at it. It felt like high school in the
Was
sense.
it a battle or were they just
It
berating
kind of
them?
was a battle. Oh, one part which I'm so glad, and I forget which family vloggers. Oh, I think. Who's the most? Which kid makes the most money?
Ryan's Toys.
His parents. I remember they got up.
Ryan went?
He wasn't there, but his parents were. I remember they got the mic at one point, and they were like, "You need to have child laws. You need to protect these kids." Like being like, "What are you actually doing?" Because like.
What are you actually doing as far as like for the audience
like
members?
YouTube, this was before, you know how now if you're under 18, like the comments for kids and everything. Yeah, they were like for kids being in these family channels, like what are you doing? Like this is your responsibility. Like so they were getting, and I was like, yeah, we were all like, yeah, like it was crazy. But
was this recorded?
Oh, I'm sure they have it.
Yeah, 100, 200 YouTubers in
They
there.
have it. But again, so everyone gets up. A few people are like low key being so disrespectful, but also like whatever, I don't know, but good for them. Again, for someone who wasn't affected by it, I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Basically being like, how fucking dare you like cut our stuff in half, da 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 da. Like this, I have friends who like can't even afford their rent now because blah 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 blah. Going off, right? And then I remember Casey Neistat standing up at one point being like way more professional but stern and just such a like fatherly way, you know, of being respectful but still being like, get your shit together. And that it was like stone quiet after. It was insane.
And then they just wrap up the Q&A as
and then there were no more summits after that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're like, we hear you. It was just very like, we hear you guys, like,
yeah,
like da 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 da. Which I mean, they did, things came out of it, like the tier for like, now I can cuss my videos and I can still make money, or whatever the case is. But you know what I mean. It was intense.
That's wild. Guys, go check out Alisha Marie on her podcast, Pretty Basic. Going to be linked down below.
Yes.
Go check out her vlogs and her main channel.
Let's do it.
Thanks for watching.
And subscribe, you Joe Tato heads.
Yeah, Joe Tato heads. Hit the subscribe button.
Woo!
Lightweights. Out. Thanks for doing that.
No, of course. Do you need thumbnail?
No.